The annual enrollment period for your Medicare needs and changes is coming soon, October 15th through December 7th. Locally owned with over 75 years experience, Statewide Insurers Group provides the knowledge and expertise needed to ensure you find the proper Medicare coverage right for you.
Relationships matter. Call Statewide Insurers Group today for the answers you need now. Call us at 252-316-8166.
Being prepared and trained is the best way to keep your family safe. The best way to be prepared is to learn from those who've spent a lifetime protecting us. Barnes Safety and Consulting LLC offers concealed carry classes with instructors who are law enforcement officers active and retired with more than 100 years of law enforcement experience. Monthly classes are taught year-round with private classes and special group rates available. Classes are $75 and held in the Bailey area. Call or text 1-800-653-0643. Get your concealed carry permit and avoid becoming a victim.
What is the Davis Furniture difference? The difference is we buy with you in mind. For generations, we have listened to our customers. We can help you find the look you want for every room in your house. Quality, style, color, and of course, service. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Davis Furniture, the family business where we treat you like family. Let us help you make your house a home. Davis Furniture, historical downtown Rocky Mount, on the corner of Hill and Main.
Join us to commemorate the life of Officer Chris Batman Driver as we present a Night of the Embers featuring Craig Woolard at the Powerhouse on Falls Road. It'll be an incredible night of spirits, dancing, music, and a silent auction, all held on September the 23rd at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., commemorating the life of a hero, Chris Batman Driver. All proceeds will go to his memorial fund. Get your tickets today at Eventbrite or on the Facebook memorial page for Officer Chris Batman Driver.
Join us for the 49th Spring Hope National Pumpkin Festival, October 1st, 4 p.m. through 10 p.m. and October 2nd, 9 a.m. through 4 p.m. The weekend will be filled with food, crafts, shopping, activities, music, and dancing. Swing by for a day of music with Russ James, then a concert Friday night at the Depot with the Sleepin' Booty Band. The fun continues Saturday with bouncy houses for the kids, crafters, giant pumpkin way-off, food trucks galore, a parade in the afternoon, and music by Heads Up Penny. Come and celebrate a weekend of fun at the Spring Hope National Pumpkin Festival. It's October 1st and 2nd.
And welcome to the K-Files. And I have my sidekick, or either I'm his sidekick. I haven't figured which. But anyway, I've got J.P. Barnes with me again this morning. Barnes Safety and Consulting. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You've just hung right in here with me since Linda left. Don't forget to call. You can call JP for your concealed carry, because we say every week this is so important that you get your concealed carry. So please do that. And also we want to thank Statewide Insurers Group for their support as well. These two businesses have supported this endeavor from the get-go, and we really appreciate it. And everywhere I go, they're telling me, I'm in a business builders group that I go to on Wednesday, and yesterday they said, because sometimes I'll tell them a couple of the cases that we talked about, because everybody gets 30 seconds, and they're just so enthralled. Oh, I love this, and they love the book, And again, I want to mention the book. I do have some more books, but I have had some people come by and pick them up. So it's a book that's got some cases in it that you can read about. And we'll be putting out another one, but it's got some ads in it, and it's got quite many cases that you can read. My husband, as I said before, started reading it, and he didn't put it down. He said, that's a good read. It's interesting. So anyway, what we want to talk about today, I was just talking to JP, the Lynn Keel case is coming up October 4th. They've had a change of venue. Tell everybody why they would change a venue.
Well, I don't know why in this particular case, but I mean, there's lots of reasons. Media coverage, the defense team could say, look, you know, we feel like we're not going to get a fair trial, news media bias, things like that, anything that could taint. That's why they have sought to have it changed, and ultimately that's why it was approved to be changed.
And your local judge, which is and I've got his warrant for arrest, which has tons of information about the case in it. And next week we'll share the newspaper. There you go. That's Diane Keel, and that's Rex Keel. And she was murdered, and it's alleged, I have to say alleged, the trial has not come yet, that he was the killer. Sad situation.
Terrible. Beautiful lady.
And you know, I keep bringing, I know, and everybody loved her. I mean, from the story I read, she worked at, and I'll go through that in a minute, she worked at Wilson Medical. And they all just loved her to death, said she was so sweet, soft-spoken, I mean, just sad. And I've got a picture of the house in here. Brittany, that house is on Google, but I don't know if you'd ever find it if I give you the address. But anyway, he resided at 208 Old Country Home Road, Nashville. Well, it's actually Momire. I guess Momire has a Nashville address? Or
Well, Momire doesn't have a post office,
They
so
don't.
they'll pull from Spring Hope or
So-
Nashville's post office.
Okay, that makes sense then. I'm glad you explained that. But someone that lives in Momire, a good friend of mine, there you go, there's the house. Did not have a bathroom, did not have running water.
I heard the same thing, and that just blows my mind.
That just really blew my mind. That was really sad, but that was a house that she was, not that she was, I don't know if she was murdered in the house. All I know is that she was taken to a location close to Leggett. And we talked about, JP, one time, you know, you hear of bodies being dumped. Lyndall and I talked about this a great deal. You hear of bodies being dumped somewhere. It's just about always somewhere that that they're familiar with.
Well, it's sort of like a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, when a dog typically kills something, he'll bring it home. Okay, well, murderers, almost instinctively, unintentionally, they take it back to a place that they're familiar with, they feel safe,
Yes.
and they'll hide it either at home, property near their home, something
Right.
like that.
Well, now, I think Lieutenant Sherrod told me that he used to reside, one of his houses, it's been several, was at Route 4 in Edgecombe County. Well, Leggett is in Edgecombe County. I don't know where Route 4 is. If somebody could share that from the audience, that would be great. 407-1111 will welcome you call. But I don't really know where Route 4 is. But that's the first time I've heard about Edgecombe County with him. So, who knows? You know, I'm interested in the trial, in that aspect of the trial. That's one of the things I want to hear. Why that particular field? Why that location? You know, I'm just kind of, so anyway, but getting back to the judge, Judge Quentin Sumner will preside in the case, and as Lieutenant Sherrod kind of alluded to, all we do is the Judge Sumner just asks, can we use your jurors in your courtroom?
That's it.
That's all. And then it's our case. It's Nash County's case.
They'll have the bailiffs, sheriff's department will provide security, and a lot of times the local sheriff's department will help as well, but as a general rule, it is a Nash County court proceeding
Right.
in another county.
Exactly. And next week, we'll talk about, I'm going to get the newspaper article, and we'll talk about where they exactly confiscated him, so to speak, and brought him back out west. We'll talk about all that next week, but there's some very interesting information in here, and it, some of the information that was interesting was some of the things in that house. I remember when they did the search warrant, it was kind of just Winchester 30-30 rifle, Glock 19 9mm, Pietro, however you say it, Beretta 9mm pistol. It just goes on and on. Cobra 38 revolver, Ruger 45 pistol, Derringer SP 22 pistol, Colt 22. It's just weapons like crazy in there. Firearms, I will say, like crazy.
Is that an inventory sheet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is an inventory, items that were seized. And that was so interesting to me that he had so many firearms. Good grief. And bullets and all kinds of, he was all into that kind of thing. So it just makes you wonder, and I keep bringing this up, and they're not going to, nothing has been said about this except by me. Bess Keel was his first wife. Well, this was in the paper, but they're not investigating that case at this time. But Bess Keel was his first wife, and she died supposedly, and I say that, supposedly fell down the steps of her front porch on ice and hit her head on ice. I don't know. And I think that was accepted.
I guarantee you,
at that time,
after this or through this, that will be reevaluated.
something's going,
I guarantee another set of eyes will look into that.
I think so. I really think so. But, so don't forget that in the back of your mind as we're talking about this case either, that he did have another wife that died, and she was, I knew her, and she was a very quiet girl. She went to Southern Nash High School and all that.
What was her name?
Bess, B-E-S-S, Edwards was her maiden name. Bess Edwards, blonde hair, sweet girl. It seems like he gets these really quiet, sweet girls, and then but I'm not saying he committed either one of the crimes at this point. Anyway, 208 Old Country Home Road is where they resided, and as I said, they didn't apparently have running water or anything like that. They lived a very down-to-earth, apparently, life. It says the crime under investigation is a missing person report currently being investigated by the Nash County Sheriff's Office. Deanna Alejandra Keel, date of birth 10/1/80, a resident of Nash County, was last seen by her husband. He reported her missing. And
I bet he did.
Yeah, I bet he did, on Friday, 3/8/2019. So it's been 2.5 years. That's how long it took to bring this to trial. Now, normally it takes about 2 years anyway for a murder trial. It takes 2 years. But I did find out who the attorney's going to be.
Is it?
For him. I just cannot believe it. One of my friends, David Braswell, is going to be the court-appointed attorney for him. David gets all the good cases. I just tease him about that. All the good cases. He had Rose Vincent in the Mark Bowling case, the girl. He had her. And he's a good attorney. He's very good at this. He's been doing it a while. and he is very good at it. But anyway, his court-appointed attorney is going to be David Braswell. So anyway, Friday, 3/8/2019 is when the husband reported her missing. The investigation involved the primary residence and property of Diana Keel and Rex Keel, located at 208 Old Country Home Road in Nashville. The residence is a single-story wooden, you saw it, structure that was covered in white vinyl siding. We won't go over the rest of it, but anyway, they tell you what the house looks like. The crime is a missing person investigation regarding Diana Keel. And again, last seen by her husband, 3/8/2019. It says Diana Keel has not contacted her employer, which is the Wilson Medical Center. Diane Keel's supervisor, Tamika Jones, notified authorities and stated that Diana Keel had not reported to work in 2 days. Tamika Jones indicated Diana Keel not showing up for work and not contacting anyone is definitely out of character for her. Diana Keel's daughter, she had a daughter, Laura Keel Gazzara, advised that she speaks with her mother daily by text or phone call. She talked to her every day. Laura Keel Gazzara stated that for her not to have heard from her mother, Diana Keel, is totally out of character for her. So I guess they all knew something was wrong by this time. So they got her cell phone. Diana Keel's cell phone was last plotted in the area of her residence. See, everything was right there in the residence. Mm-hmm. Her cell phone. I mean, what kind of smart person or dumb person leaves the cell phone there of the person you might have killed? I mean, why you leave her cell phone there? I mean, really?
Yeah, that's just another piece of evidence indicating that whoever did this to her,
yeah,
it was sudden and it was inside that home.
Well, anyway, the cell phone was still there at approximately 8:23 hours. That was the last time she used it. So that was a.m. Her vehicle, identified as a charcoal-colored Dodge Durango, still parked in the driveway at the residence. And I remember distinctly the story he gave was, he said, yeah, people have been picking her up. Her friends pick her up. So I know her friends had picked her up and took her somewhere.
I'd say the same thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, left the car there. I mean,
because any responding law enforcement officer to this missing person and her car is there,
yeah,
her phone is there, from a law enforcement perspective, if something bad happened,
yeah,
it happened there. It happened right there.
I mean, really, do something with the car also. I mean, golly. But anyway, this affiant is requesting to search the inside and cartilage of 208, so that's exactly what this is. It's a search warrant. And by the way, it was perfectly legal for us to be talking about this because this is,
public record.
Were able to get this. It is a public record. It is a warrant for arrest. And a search warrant and a warrant for arrest too. Sergeant Gardner, and I think Lieutenant Jeff Sherrod also, because his name's on here too, but Sergeant Scott Gardner did the search warrant. Fair probability exists that evidence may be contained inside the residence or the cartilage at the property. Respectfully request, and so I respectfully request the issuance of a search warrant for the residence and property. So there you go. They searched it and they just found probable cause to. But he started getting suspicious that they were on to him. So they were getting the warrant for arrest. I mean, they had actually gone to get the warrant for arrest. And then they couldn't find him. He fled. That's when he went out west, Arizona, Colorado, I can't remember which. That'll be in the newspaper articles we talk about next week. I've got the telegrams getting me the articles. But he fled because he knew they were on to him. He went, apparently, his parents live at the reservoir on, I can't remember the name of the street, but they live close to Mosley Wood. And he apparently went by there and got his dad's truck. And it was questioned whether the dad knew he had his truck or not.
It's a tough situation to be in as a parent.
Yes.
I can't imagine.
Exactly. I can't either. So anyway, he took the truck and he went out west and he fled. While they were couldn't get the search warrant, the arrest warrant fast enough, I guess. They did it as fast as they could, but the minute they were searching the house and he knew they were on to him, he was just ready to go. So he did. So that's basically some background, and we'll give you more details. I mean, there's a lot more details. But the body was found close to Leggett. We're late going to break. We'll talk about that when we get back. Let's go to break, pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Being prepared and trained is the best way to keep your family safe. The best way to be prepared is to learn from those who've spent a lifetime protecting us. Barnes Safety and Consulting LLC offers concealed carry classes with instructors who are law enforcement officers active and retired with more than 100 years of law enforcement experience. Monthly classes are taught year-round with private classes and special group rates available. Classes are $75 and held in the Bailey area. Call or text 1-800-653-0643. Get your concealed carry permit and avoid becoming a victim.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Join us to commemorate the life of Officer Chris Batman Driver as we present a night of the Embers featuring Craig Woolard at the Powerhouse on Falls Road. It'll be an incredible night of spirits, dancing, music, and a silent auction, all held on September the 23rd at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., commemorating the life of a hero, Chris Batman Driver. All proceeds will go to his memorial fund. Get your tickets today at Eventbrite or on the Facebook memorial page for Officer Chris Batman Driver.
Your cabinets draw the most attention in your kitchen. They have to last through the hard use of a happy home. Family dinners, game nights, late night snacks, and parties. So when it's time to upgrade or to renovate that kitchen of yours, maybe even to build that dream kitchen in your new home, do you really want to settle for cabinets that could be subpar? Do you? Where can you find quality cabinets along with customer service that you can depend on? The solution is simple. You buy your cabinets from a locally owned family business, Magazine Cabinets. Magazine Cabinets sells cabinets that combine solid traditional quality construction with the hand-finished look that is simply stunning when on display.
Customer service was great. I had a warm feeling about the whole situation. So, at the end of the day, I felt great about coming here and giving him my business.
The owners, Dennis and Lorna, pride themselves on their work and ensuring your satisfaction. When it's time to upgrade, choose Magazine. They have a quality you can trust from locals you can depend on.
When faced with special care needs for elderly or disabled loved ones, families want compassionate, comforting care. That's Tender Touch Home Care Services' goal, providing the level of care we would expect for our own. With over 10 years of home care excellence, Tender Touch provides an array of services that keeps your loved one at home. From personal care, light housekeeping, errands, and meal preparation, to our private duty care program, which combines all of our home care offerings in one package.
Tender Touch Home Care Services, where your needs are our concern. This is Nicholas Bellamy at Premier Equipment. I'm going to talk about the 4540 Mahindra. It's 38 horsepower, full cylinder engine. The weight of this tractor is 4,000 pounds. This tractor is perfect for bush hogging, distance, small garden, a hunting club tractor. Comes with a 7-year warranty, 2-year bumper to bumper, additional 5-year on the powertrain. You can have this tractor for $200 a month, and we have 20 of these tractors in stock. Premier Equipment is open during the week from 8 to 5:30 and on the weekends from 8 to 12.
Okay, and welcome back. This morning we're talking about the Rex, Lynn, Keel. I've been promising, me and Lyndall promised you this for months, but we didn't want to bring it out until we knew a court date. Because don't want to talk about it too far in advance. Want to talk about it closer to the court date, which we are. It will be October 4th, so we're less than a month now. It did take more than 2 years to get this heard because the calendars with COVID, the calendars have just been pushed and pushed and pushed, you know. So it went forward more than it should have. People are asking me, you know, do you think he'll plead guilty? Will he plead guilty? That's interesting. That's why, you know, I'm interested in seeing. I think we have a call. Good morning. Hello?
Sandra, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good here. You know that case when that, I believe his name was Lynn Keel. Well, I don't remember.
This is who we're talking about.
Yeah, his wife's body was found on the edge of our farm out in Leggett off of West Logsboro Road.
On the edge of your farm?
Yeah, over on Pope's Hole Road. It's a little dirt road we used to walk. My father-in-law used to walk every day down West Logsboro for exercise. And we have a farm out there on West Logsboro. And anyway, one of the Edgecombe County workers was out there. I used to ride the Jeeps down there all the time, and me and my daughter would walk all around the area down there to the farm. But it's right on the edge of the Edgecombe County Sheriff's Department clubhouse. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it's right there, not far from the clubhouse. But just a little hop, skip, and a jump through the woods. But one of the county employees found her body wrapped up on the left-hand side down in a trash dump over there, where it's terrible to have to end up that way. But he was found 34 miles from the Mexico border in Arizona, driving his dad's truck. And you know what he said when he was finally picked up? He'd been driving for 3 days straight.
What was that?
When Lynn Keel was found driving his dad's pickup truck trying to run.
Yes.
Trying to run. They found him 34 miles from the Mexico border, so he was almost there. But when they finally picked him up, the first thing he said was he looked at the law enforcement and said, "You know what? I'm glad you called me, but I'm tired of running." He'd been up for 3 days straight. But it's amazing how somebody could snap like that. You don't know what's in somebody's mind to do something that devious and that evil. You just don't know what's around you these days.
Right. You're exactly right. Well, that's good information, and I think I remember that being in the paper.
Yeah, I remember it well because I went down there on my Jeeps. We got hold on down there on the back of the farm, 360 acres. There's plenty of land just to get out by yourself. And it's up to a little fishing creek there, which crosses West Logsboro Road. So it's an excellent area just to get out by yourself. And but it was a shame we found out. I went there the following morning where they had found the body yet, and I could not imagine.
Well, I knew it was somewhere in that vicinity. I just didn't know where. But yeah, I remember his statement being in the paper, what he said, and that was.
Yeah, it's a shame someone like us to end like that. But
I know.
But look, I enjoy your show. I watch it every day. Y'all have a good morning now.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Okay, that was some good information by a, and if you want to contribute something or something you remember about the case, that's perfectly fine. So give us a call.
You know, he said something very interesting. You never know what's going on in somebody's life. You never know what's going on behind closed doors at people's homes. You might
Do
think
not.
you know, but you never
do
know
not.
what kind of turmoil or drama or situations are going on with anybody.
You do not. You are right about that. And let's talk about JP. You're a good one to talk about this too. You know, people, and people will say this during this trial, you know, because they see this, and I compare it to Mark Bowling. Here's another high profile is what I call them, high profile murder case. You say, why would an attorney want to represent? Well, he has a right.
That's exactly right.
To a court-appointed attorney.
Fair trial, due process.
Absolutely.
He's entitled to all
Somebody's
of it.
got to do it.
That's exactly right.
It's not that, you know, David Braswell, Tommy, I tell you, one of the best cases I've ever been in the courtroom for, and I've told this story before years ago, was with Tommy, I'm trying to think of his last name, Tommy Moore. You know Tommy Moore?
The attorney.
Yes. He had the best performance.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Jeff. How you guys doing this morning?
Good. Hope you are.
Hey, we're doing well. You know, as I listen to this case, I'm just wondering what the defense is going to present, especially when he makes his declaration. I think it's critical that we all listen as other pieces of information are going to be put together. And I think about how we look at something, and of course, Jeff, he knows the case that we built and what information is being held on to and only shared between the police and the defendant, and how that will play out. But to watch this, because it's absolutely chess and drama, and as I heard Jeff earlier say that the jury is going to be picked from Nash County, just remind all those that are watching that this is not the case. It's not being tried here.
But now the jury's not going to be picked from Nash County. It will not.
Yeah, that's good, because
they're coming from Pitt County.
Yeah.
And we don't cover Pitt County.
Good, because this will be interesting as they start to pick the people that are being pulled, and just remind them that's why they changed the venue a little bit, because they try to take some of the emotion out of it to give the person that we believe committed the crime, and the one that even the defense of the DA believes he committed, because he's absolutely committed. That's why he's going to court.
That's right.
But watch how the information is played out, and watch how it's laid out. And as we build and look and see, this will be extremely interesting, and it's going to be interesting. It'll probably be our closest thing that we've had to an OJ level case, where we think the information lays itself out, and we've got to tell the story so that the jury walks away saying, "Yep, I believe it too." So it's good stuff.
Yes.
And all these pieces of information people are calling in hopefully can be corroborated, because that helps the DA build a more solid case.
Absolutely.
If he can go ahead and get some of those pieces. But again, great show, and good to see both of you guys. Thanks.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thanks for calling.
Enjoying the calls this morning.
And that kind of piggybacked off what you just said, and that is, this man is innocent until proven guilty. He should be afforded due process without fear of trying to intimidate a jury, he's entitled to that constitutionally.
He is.
And we're just talking about hypotheticals. We're talking about what we know in these public documents, drawing conclusions, things like that. We're not looking to influence anything.
That's right. That's exactly right. Okay, well, break came quick. So we'll be right back with you right after this.
Happy Labor Day from the Don Bullock Chevrolet family. Don Bullock Chevrolet is third-generation family-owned and has been doing business the better way for over 100 years. We have over 30 different makes of cars and trucks on our lot, and you can save thousands of dollars right now. Doing business the better way, Don Bullock Chevrolet.
Today, some of the world's most advanced orthopedic techniques and technology are available right here in the Twin Counties at UNC Orthopedics at Nash. Our team of specialists offers a full range of orthopedic treatment, including spine services, hip, knee, and shoulder repair, as well as joint replacements and rehabilitation. So don't just live with the pain and immobility. The best care anywhere is close by. UNC Orthopedics at Nash.
Join us for the 49th Spring Hope National Pumpkin Festival, October 1st, 4 p.m. through 10 p.m., and October 2nd, 9 a.m. through 4 p.m. The weekend will be filled with food, crafts, shopping, activities, music, and dancing. Swing by for a day of music with Russ James, then a concert Friday night at the Depot with the Sleepin' Booty Band. The fun continues Saturday with bouncy houses for the kids, crafters, giant pumpkin way-off, food trucks galore, a parade in the afternoon, and music by Heads Up Penny. Come and celebrate a weekend of fun at the Spring Hope National Pumpkin Festival. It's October 1st and 2nd.
The tank is on E, and your low tire pressure light is glaring at you again. You do not have time to wait in line and pay to put air in the tires, and you certainly don't want to get out of the car in the cold and pump gas. What if you could pull up to a gas pump and have an attendant run out to greet you to pump your gas, clean your windshield, and put air in the tire, all for no extra charge, while you step inside and enjoy a made-to-order breakfast or lunch? Does that kind of full service exist anymore? It does at JD's Grocery & Grill, a service station created to bring back the full service experience to all customers. JD's Grocery & Grill is a full service gas station. Eat in restaurant with tasty made-to-order food and a grocery store all in one. The staff at JD's Grocery & Grill is ready to field all requests and will help you find anything you need. Call them today at 252-972-5000 or stop on by at 1240 Atlantic Avenue. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Grill hours, Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. JD's Grill & Grocery, at the heart of great food.
I'm Daniel Moss, owner of Cornerstone Funeral Home, and I'd like to invite you and your family to give our family an opportunity to serve you in your time of need. And we offer a full line of funeral services, everything from visitations to graveside services to cremations on site with a live crematory, as well as a banquet hall to meet the catering needs of our families that we serve. We offer catering service. We offer refreshments prior to visitations and services of our family. And we want to invite you to come and experience the difference here at Cornerstone Funeral Home.
What is the Davis Furniture difference? The difference is we buy with you in mind. For generations, we have listened to our customers. We can help you find the look you want for every room in your house. Quality, style, color, and of course service. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Davis Furniture, the family business where we treat you like family. Let us help you make your house a home. Davis Furniture, historical downtown Rocky Mount, on the corner of Hill and Main.
Okay, so I think when we left off, JP, I've enjoyed the conversation this morning. This has been a good show. Not that they all aren't, but court-appointed attorneys, okay? So we're saying everybody deserves, so the attorney is doing his job.
Absolutely.
There are criminal attorneys that do that work for the state.
It's almost like a pool.
Right. And if you want to be in that, if you want to do that, you put your name in, you know, I want to do that work. And I have heard several attorneys say before, it takes so much of your time. It really does. But imagine the publicity that attorney gets. I mean, it just really, not that you need it if you've been around a while, but it just, you know, there's something about having your name, you know, I prosecuted that case, or I defended that case, you know, prosecutors as well. I mean, I believe that they like high profile, their names out there, you know. So anyway, they do, they're just doing their job. That's what they're doing to defend.
And they need to do, and they do as well, the best job possible by their client.
And they're supposed to.
That's exactly right.
That's what they're supposed to do.
That's right. And if I was Mr. Keel, I would take comfort in knowing that my attorney is going to do everything to look after my constitutional rights, to ensure that I get a fair trial.
Exactly.
And he deserves that.
Yes, he does. He does. We were just talking about some of the, well, people are really interested in it, and I knew people were going to be interested in this. That's the reason we're putting this on the K-Files. Good morning. Hello?
Hey, good morning. I hate to take your time again. I was running kind of short here, but
that's fine.
I don't see this trial being dragged out or for any length of time. If he was claiming to be innocent, it could drag on for months. But I believe he admitted that he had killed his wife, and he actually told the law enforcement where he threw the pistol, the firearm. If you go out to 97 east to Dunbar, like you head toward get to the Dunbar, take a right. You go down to the river on the left-hand side. There's a boat ramp there. The scuba divers were out there for about 2 days, 2 to 3 days, which is where he said he threw the weapon after he had dumped his wife's body. But once he didn't actually run because they had a warrant to search his house.
Now, he has not pleaded guilty.
Yeah, because if he had pleaded guilty, we wouldn't be having a trial.
Right, and they said, I think Lieutenant Sherrod said last week, he had not pleaded guilty.
All right, I've heard a little otherwise, but anyway, that was because of the fact he had told him where the gun was, and that kind of led me to believe that I think this is going to wrap up.
And if he tells him where the gun is, that's kind of
soon, but I do believe that in his case, he was just trying to plead the best that he can, and hope for the best plea deal that he can, since he's already told them where the weapon was and all, and since I'm sure they've already done all the ballistics and all on the body, and also the weapon that was found, and so on and so forth. So it's just a matter of him pleading and hoping for the best.
Well, I hope it don't last long if I got to drive to Greenville every day. But anyway, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting case. And
I'll be watching it I came from the time it started. It'll be really interesting. I'll be watching that every day that we can hear something on it.
Well, you know WHIG is going to be doing exactly what we did during Mark Bowling, the Mark Bowling trial. We would put it on. We wouldn't get back until 5 o'clock. Then you got to process all that footage, and it takes a while. So, and we have programming at night. So we would put it on about 11 o'clock and let it go. Because it was
I need Mark also.
5 or 6
Mark
hours
Bowling,
of it every day.
A whole lot about that, but
yeah,
I need him also. But y'all do a wonderful job at WHIG. Kudos to you and the team there, because without you, we don't have any other coverage here.
Well, I appreciate that. We're going to work hard to bring it to you.
Anyway, I know so much time to go. Y'all have a good morning.
Well, thank you for calling.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, we are going to bring it. A lot of people would stop me and say, golly day, I was hoping it would just end. I sat up till 3 in the morning. I could not stop watching it. So we will do that again, and hopefully it won't be as long, and hopefully it won't last as long. I think we did this for a couple of weeks. It went on and on. We have a stack of VHS tapes from back then, because that's what it was back then, about that high, in a rubber band. So we still have those. But we will be covering it, and we will be showing it. So anyway, talk about this before we go off. We were just talking about some of the things that they found. So evidence, which this is some of the evidence, includes, but is not limited to, photographs, videotapes of the location. Why would he have videotapes of the location?
They filmed a crime scene.
Oh, that's the crime scene. Okay. Videotapes, okay. Evidence of violent struggle or assault, blood, saliva, bodily fluids, other serological evidence, hair, fingerprints, firearms, projectiles, spent casings, live ammunition, which you said is ammunition that has not been used, clothing, trace evidence, knives, edged weapons, footwear impressions, blood stains, financial transaction records, phone records, cell phones, items or articles of personal property tending to show ownership, dominion or control of premises, any and all computer equipment or other electronic storage devices. Of course, they're going to confiscate all of that. Hard drives, disk drives, central processing units. They said he had massive electronics and things, computer, and like a system of, I don't know, spreadsheets, databases. I mean, just crazy stuff. Anyway, handwritten notes, printed confidential password list, just
from what I've heard in law enforcement circles, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I agree with your caller. I don't think this is going to be a long trial.
I really don't.
I do not.
I really don't. But I've heard people talk about his ego. Well, I'm not going to have an ego if I'm sitting up there. I mean, heck with an ego, I'm going to try for murder. You know? I mean, why would you? But, I don't know. We'll see. And you also have to think about, what has he got to lose? Why would he plead guilty? What has he got to lose? All it's going to take is one mistake, and he could get a mistrial or whatever you call it.
That's right.
One mistake. So if you're going to get life, throw it all in. No, I'm not going to plead guilty.
Yeah. And a lot of times, attorneys use that as a bargaining chip for their client. Look, we will plead guilty for this.
Yes.
They try to trade or make the best, because his attorney knows what evidence is out there. He knows of everything that could come back to haunt his client. And his job is to make sure that his client, at the end of the day, has due process and gets the best deal.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just call it what it is.
And a lot of these criminals, they know to look the jury in the eye. All you got to get is one juror.
That's it.
One.
That's it.
And I've never understood. One person, one juror is all it takes to have a hung jury.
That's it.
And so I've heard these stories before. You look a juror in the eye and you focus on them, and you do your pitiful little act, or however it is you do it, but you're just trying to get that one juror.
Like you said a while ago, play on that emotion.
Yeah, it's all about it. So anyway, we'll talk more about it next week. We'll have a couple of cases other than this we'll talk about as well, but this kind of set some scenes, and as I said, we'll have some newspaper things next week, and we'll kind of talk to the Sheriff's Department. They won't be able to tell us much, but there may be a couple of questions that I will ask to see if they can give us some general information, but I'm not going to try to, we're going to take the trial and see what happens. We're not going to try to do anything that would interfere with the investigation or the trial. Investigation's probably over, but anyway, the trial. So thank you for watching today. Apparently we did have some calls. If you want to call in, chime in on this next week, you certainly can. Thank you, JP.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks to Barnes Safety and Consulting, Statewide Insurance Group again, and we'll see you next week.
Be safe, everybody.
The annual enrollment period for your Medicare needs and changes is coming soon, October 15th through December 7th. Locally owned with over 75 years experience, Statewide Insurers Group provides the knowledge and expertise needed to ensure you find the proper Medicare coverage right for you.
Relationships matter. Call Statewide Insurers Group today for the answers you need now. Call us at 252-316-8166.
Being prepared and trained is the best way to keep your family safe. The best way to be prepared is to learn from those who've spent a lifetime protecting us. Barnes Safety and Consulting LLC offers concealed carry classes with instructors who are law enforcement officers active and retired with more than 100 years of law enforcement experience. Monthly classes are taught year-round with private classes and special group rates available. Classes are $75 and held in the Bailey area. Call or text 1-800-653-0643. Get your concealed carry permit and avoid becoming a victim.